Hi, welcome to the Daily News.
I'm Michaela.
I'm Amber.
I'm Anna.
I'm Carly.
The key to political success is to gain control over the political agenda. Political success depends on effectively communicating a message. One way to do this is through media events. Media events are events that are purposefully staged for the media and that are significant just because the media is there.
Media events and TV are largely about image making. It is a critical element in the day-to-day governing. When Reagan was president, the White House operated on a set of 7 principles, which are: number 1, plan ahead; number 2, stay on the offensive; number 3, control the flow of information; number 4, limit reporters' access to the president; number 5, talk about the issues you want to talk about; number 6, speak in one voice; and number 7, repeat the same message many times. In today's age of technology, presidents can hardly lead the country if they can't effectively communicate with media.
Okay, so in the 1960s, many reporters saw themselves as an extension of government. There were many press conferences that were held, and a press conference is a meeting of public officials with reporters. Reporters believed everything officials told them up until the Vietnam War and the Watergate scandal. This revelation led to what is known as investigative journalism, the use of in-depth reporting to unearth scandals, scams, and schemes, at times putting reporters in adversarial relationships with political leaders.
Whether or not media is ultimately in the public's best interest is very debatable. We need to distinguish 2 types of media to explore the development of media politics: print media and electronic media. Print media is more newspapers and magazines, while electronic media is TV, radio, internet, also social media. Since TV and its newspaper rates have declined a lot. Electronic media is Americans' principal source of news. Sound bites are short video clips, only about 10 seconds long, typically shown from a politician's speech on TV news. This is hard because politicians are unable to present the issues, and they are able to avoid the issues.
The problem with electronic media is that people tend to not get the whole story. The people tend to focus on news that relates to their views. This is also known as selective exposure. This is the process through which people consciously choose to get the news from information sources that have viewpoints compatible to their own. Beats are specific locations from which news frequently emanates, such as Congress or the White House. Some beats use trial balloons as a way to get a feel for the people. Trial balloons are intentional news leaks for the purpose of accessing the political reaction. News has very quickly become less information and more for entertainment, meaning that people are no longer getting the full story. Since the Watergate scandal, news organizations have regularly sent reporters on beats to expose the uglier side of government.
So there's a difficulty separating media from other influences. One of the biggest difficulties is to isolate the political leaderships from the media and their editing. It's difficult to diagnose what's true from what's not.
A lot of times it's trivial, but the culmination is significant of this information, and this is also referred to as the isolated effect of media. Early scholars were searching for direct impacts, and they decided to dub this term the minimal effects hypothesis. More stories with greater emphasis are more significant. Much remains unknown, however the media is still a key institution in the politics today. Got him. The policy agenda consists of subjects and problems under close scrutiny of the government and others closely involved. Political activists depend heavily on the media in today's economy. Policy entrepreneurs, they use weapons such as the press release, press conferences, convincing reporters to tell their side, trading personal contacts, and so on and so forth. Policy entrepreneurs, they're in and out of the government. They could be elected or appointed.
The media is not centered on the wealthy. It's more focused on the poor. One of their biggest things that they were focused on the poor was the civil rights and and a lot of the poor people depended on goodwill and the image of the policymakers.
The media is a key linkage institution. Bernard Cohen stated, "The growth of the government in this world would have been impossible without media establishing a need for it." Press criticism of political leaders does more good than harm in most cases. Constraints are placed on the scope of what the government can do because of the new policy probation being met with extreme scrutiny.
When the media sees an issue, they do a lot of what they could do about it. Let's see. Modern tech allows for an up-close and personal. Information is the filth of the democracy. The people really do have through the media. A lot of our media now is like social media or articles. It's not really newscasts anymore.
No. It just started.
Yeah, go.
It's okay.
Soundbites are I'm sorry. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
This has been Amber and Michaela on the Daily News.
On the Daily News.